Good morning, people. As usual, I want to talk about SNDL this morning. You know the usual disclaimer. I'm not your lawyer, not your financial advisor. Stay-at-home dad. Do practice law in New York, but I am not acting in that capacity here. This is just me kind of blowing off steam. I really only talk about SNDL. It's the only stock I talk about, so definitely not any kind of financial expert. A lot of what I'm doing is highly speculative, so please do your own research. Consult a professional, consult an attorney if you're dealing with a legal issue. It's very important to get that advice, and I highly recommend it. So that said, I wanted to jump into SNDL. So I definitely put my money where my mouth is. If you saw, I put up 2 trades yesterday morning for 42,000 shares each. One of them fully executed at 55 cents, and the other one I had set, if it dropped down below 50 cents, basically around 48, 49 cents, then I was going to snap up another 42,000. That second one's still open, so I'm hopeful. Even though I've been teetering as to whether I want to buy a little bit more here. But yeah, so I'm definitely invested in putting money where the mouth is. Only caveat to that, or asterisk on that, is it's not really my money. This is basically my kid's college fund that I am playing with. So worst case scenario, he's less than 2 years old, so we still got time to build that up again if we have to. So please don't bet your rent money, people. Don't. This is probably a long-term thing. So that's what you should be thinking of it as if you're considering this. And again, consult your own advisors, do your own research. Don't take my word for it. So in the recent news, as I discussed in my last video, they were set to do approval yesterday from the court. They applied in the afternoon, and Reuters is reporting, and several other places. I think Alcana itself even put out a news release that the final order was granted by the court. So that's good news, and that was reported in the evening. So no tell what that's going to do to the market today, if anything. So just because they got this final order doesn't mean it's done yet. There's still some regulatory hoops that they're going to have to jump through. I believe there's some statutes related to cannabis and the liquor, whatever licensing authorities or whatever it is that I don't know anything about Canada, so not giving legal advice here. But yes, there's some kind of regulatory hoops that they're going to have to jump through, but their announcement saying that they expect to get through that in the first quarter, so that's good news. But yeah, that's some positive news. I wonder how that's going to affect the market today. We'll definitely see. I'm definitely poised to snatch up if that price drops below 50. I'm definitely trying to buy as much as I can. I don't know, I've been thinking about whether I want to buy more anyway at the 55 cent mark. But not done thinking about that yet. So I also took it upon myself to consult an advisor, and not too much of a surprise, but the recommendation or the report final was a negative, recommending that if I have it, just to hold it, and that there's basically a negative outlook, saying that Sundial scored the lowest, which is, it's pretty horrible sounding. And they allegedly got to this by analyzing their earnings, their fundamentals, their relative valuation, risk, price momentum, and insider trading. One of the notes that I saw that was very interesting to me was I'm trying to find it in my notes here. So one of the things that I thought was interesting is that there's a 0.2 to 0.4 correlation with the S&P 500, and that when the market is up, Sundial is usually outperforming the S&P 500 index, but when the market is down, Sundial's definitely going lower than the S&P 500 in comparison. So I thought that was interesting. But I don't know, those swings to me, it sounds like it's great for day trading, even though I don't do that. What else? The other thing was the insiders. So there's, and I've also looked at Yahoo Finance for some of this to see some of the transactions. It doesn't look like, at least from what's being reported, all the insider transactions seem to be over a year old or about a year old. So I thought that's kind of interesting. So I don't know. I've heard people say that they're weary of the insiders, and that's why people don't like Sundial as a stock. But I don't know. I'm not an analyst, so that's something that you may want to look into. But the other thing was the institutional holders. So Two Sigma Investments has about 15.8 million shares that it bought just recently, a few months ago, at the end of September. So if I'm remembering correctly, around that time, we were in that 60-cent range, maybe a little higher. Also in 2021, same time, Murray Asset Global bought in 15.3 million shares, and that same time, I think the biggest institutional purchase was Susquehanna International, who bought 21.8 million shares in September or the end of September 30th, 2021, just like the other ones. Others mentioned they bought, oh wait, no, there was one that's more recent. looks like Horizon's ETFs management bought 8.36 million in November of 2021, November 30th. So they probably got a good price around there. I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head what the price was. But that'd be interesting to see, or that is interesting to see, that a lot of these institutional investors, they're just recently jumping on buying at this price range. So I don't know. In my mind, that kind of supports my opinion about SNDL. But yeah, those are some of the things that I thought were interesting. If you have any comments on any of that, please share. But the one thing is that even the negative review, people are still, if you're asking them what the price is going to be at next year around this time, they're still predicting that it's going to be over 90 cents. So I don't know, to me that seems like we seem to know that SNDL is definitely undervalued right now, given its recent performance. And I think we're down like almost 20% over the last 3 months. So I think, you know, we've hit that bottom over here. Maybe we get a little lower. That's why I put my limit down to that below 50 cents mark, even though I don't think it'll ever get there. And if it gets to that 50 cents or somewhere close, I'm definitely probably going to pull the trigger and buy some more, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know what I'm doing. But yeah, people are saying that basically this is 77.33% chance upside that it's going to be a high of 97 cents next year and a low of 90 cents. So it's like, it seems like a no-brainer if you can get in here, or you can dollar cost average to get below that 90 cents mark, then you can be profitable here. And I think it was reported that even though, you know, we're at this point we're at a loss, I think over the year we're still up about 10%. So I thought that was interesting too. Oh well, actually I might be wrong. We might be down. Yep. Looks like they're saying we're down 21% in the last 3 months and down 20% over the year. So I was wrong about that. So yeah, buyer beware. Trust no one. But I'm betting SNDL. So this is my casino, and that's what I'm betting. All right, people. Have a great day. Again, trust no one. Don't take any of this as advice. This is just me blowing off steam, okay? Have a good one.